Logitical response.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies. These are not normal times.
Joe Biden is the most unpopular president.
About reckless spending.
The president accuses the oil and gas industry
Now.
of price gouging Americans.
Those greedy bastards.
We're changing people's lives. We've never seen anything like Putin's tax on both food and gas.
Putin's such a greedy son of a...
From an absolute explosion.
Hey, wait a second. Okay, so which one is it, Joe? Is it Putin's price hike? Or is it the greedy oil companies? It couldn't be reckless spending and...
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending.
printing money.
We're changing people's lives.
Well, and that's something I can agree with, Joe. You're changing people's lives a lot, a whole lot.
Yeah, that's not the issue.
Especially mine, because now I have to pay twice as much for gas to make it back and forth to work. My grocery bill doubled. My electricity bill over doubled, so that's even better. Yes, thanks, Joe. You're definitely changing people's lives. Good job, buddy.
It's $7.29 a gallon.
Gas prices are so high, the Isabella County Sheriff's Office here says
Do it today.
they've actually blown through their fuel budget already, so they will respond to some non-emergency calls by
Now.
I'm glad I don't live there.
The president tapping 50 million barrels, hoping to drive down prices at the pump.
That's only like 2.5 days worth of oil. What's that gonna do?
It will take time, but before long, you should see the price of gas drop where you fill up your tank.
Where else would you see the price of gas besides where you fill up with gas?
But this is the first major release for a non-emergency. The United States partnering with India, Japan, South Korea, the United Kingdom, and China to also release more oil.
I'm calling on the industry to refine more oil into gasoline and to bring down gas prices.
When I first saw this, I thought, okay, finally, thanks, Joe. You're actually trying to do something. You're actually trying to fix a problem. But then I kept thinking in I kept thinking in the back of my mind, like,
This doesn't seem right.
so what I did is I went back and looked up some of Joe Biden's speeches while he was on the campaign trail and quickly came to the realization that all this was on purpose. He's not trying to fix anything. That whole, we're changing people's lives, is serious. He's seriously trying to turn the United States into the United Social States of America, USSA. Sure is what it looks like. But after watching all this,
That's nonsense.
I believe it.
The industry has more approved permits for production on federal lands than they can possibly use.
And he keeps using that argument like it's a smoking gun or something. See, what he's not telling you about those permits is they're either unexplored areas, meaning they don't know if there's oil there or not in any significant amount, or there's no infrastructure set up in these areas to justify starting to drill yet. Even if they did go to these areas, it would take a few years to get everything up and running, start drilling, and start getting all that oil coming in. So that's a very deceptive thing to say, because he's just insulting people's intelligence now. Just throwing out some crap that's really not true. Can't really say it's a lie, because yeah, they do have a lot of permits on federal lands to drill, but like I said, they're either not easily accessible and or there's no infrastructure set up. It would take a long time for us to get to a point, but I digress. Let's keep going.
Bring down the price you are charging at the pump.
And in case you didn't know, that's the ask nicely approach. Okay, so what's coming up next is what I found that makes me think Joe's doing this on purpose.
As president, would you be willing to sacrifice some of that growth, even knowing potentially that it could displace thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of blue-collar workers in the interest of transitioning to that greener economy?
The answer is yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna pretend that everybody that voted for Joe Biden either A, is rich as hell, or B, didn't hear that. Or anything else Joe Biden said on the campaign trail, because there's more. Watch.
Number one, no more subsidies for fossil fuel industry. No more drilling on federal lands. No more drilling, including offshore. No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill, period. End.
More approved permits than they can possibly use.
No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill, period. End.
Now, there was a lot more clips than that, but if I took all of them, we'd be here for hours. It'd be a full-out documentary, and I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. You know, I'm trying to gain subscribers. I'm not trying to make people run as fast as they can away from the channel. But that's pretty much all I got. It's amazing what Joe is doing. It's just, I don't think there's ever been a single person that has destroyed this country in less than 2 years than Joe has. The good thing, there's only 2 more years of it. I don't see him getting reelected. As a matter of fact, I was kind of surprised when I heard he was going to run again. Whatever. But if you're still watching the video, I really appreciate it, watching it all the way through. It helps me out. Subscribe if you haven't. I would appreciate it. Thanks, y'all have a good one. And remember, stay positive.